Yo, what's up guys? It's Joey and this is my first YouTube video and this is going to be a tutorial on how I made $250,000 in the last 6 months with TikTok Shop. And this was without no ads, no big audience or anything like that. This was purely from scratch. So as I said, 6 months ago I was a college student and I was doing DoorDash, and then today I've done over $250,000 in sales through TikTok Shop, and I want to show you guys exactly how I did it. And I'm also going to share my biggest mistakes so you guys can avoid that as well. So here's a little background about me before we get into it. I am 20 years old, and for the past 2 years I've been a full-time college student. In fall of 2023 I was doing DoorDash just to pay for school. Probably like some of you guys watching right now, just trying to get by and just trying to get those bills paid. And then in the fall of 2024, I get a job doing door-to-door solar sales, and I lasted 2 weeks. And that experience made me realize I have to figure out a way to build an online income. So it was just not enjoyable doing that 9 to 5 door-to-door sales. So then I discovered TikTok Shop in October of last year, so October 2024, and to date, so right now it is June 9th at 6:34 p.m. and so far on the day I've done 1.1 on TikTok, and then I've done 500 on Amazon, and then here's last 7-day metrics. So, and this is the past 6 months, as you guys can see, 255,000 in GMV, as you guys can see there. So, and I did this not with starting with anything, so if I can do it, you guys can do it as well. So we're going to be going over how I did it. So the first thing I learned, your product and your price point matter way more than you can think. So you gotta sell it for about $40 or $50 if you want to make a profit. So there's a lot of Chinese sellers on TikTok Shop that just dump the price. So you need to be at that higher price point and have a higher value product, if you guys understand that. So, and if you're selling on TikTok Shop, your product needs to be visual and engaging. Of course, it has to stop people from scrolling, and it has to be at a price point that people can not like think about it too hard, but they think about it and then they ultimately make that purchase at that $40 to $50 price point. So the reason that you want to charge $40 or $50 is you need enough margin to pay affiliates, which is the main premise of TikTok Shop. So as you guys can see here, out of this $255,000, I made 38 of it, and then affiliates made 181,000 of it. So, and I pay them about 16% right now. So it's a good healthy margin, enough for me to make a profit, and they're happy on their end as well. So starting off, how you get started with TikTok Shop. I didn't run any paid ads. I didn't have a big audience or anything like that. So you need to test your product on TikTok Shop first. So from these numbers, I launched on October 10th of 2024, and as you can see, I made a video of just basically copying another dropshipper in the space. I made ultimately a lower quality video, and it got sales on TikTok Shop. So as you can see here, launched October 10th, 2 days later, 1K day, and then multiple 1K days. And then I ran out of stock. But then here's where the key comes in. So I sent it out to a affiliate creator, so he basically just made videos for me and got a percentage of every sale that he got. So as you can see here, the numbers start going up to 3, 4K days, and then I ran out of stock again. But here's where the real money is during Q4 in November. Back-to-back 10K days, ran out of stock. Back-to-back 8K days, ran out of stock, and then my highest day, of course, 17K day in about 7 hours. So, and that was all through my affiliate that was posting videos. I didn't have to do anything except manage the inventory and ship out the products to the customers. So going back to what you first need to do, you need to first test your product from organic content, from you just posting your videos, and then as you start getting sales, you need to send out your products to affiliate creators and give them a good commission for each sale that they get. That's where you really scale. So one of the biggest things is TikTok Shop has a lot of Chinese sellers. So you're going against Chinese sellers that can just dump the price, and they also can have affiliates, but the two main things that you need on TikTok Shop to be successful is, number one, exceptional customer service. Because I'll give you an example. I had a 3.6 star rating, and I messaged the customers that left that rating, and I sent them a new one because there was some quality control issues and stuff like that. And now I have a 4.3 star rating. So it really bumps up that rating, so people will trust you more, and they'll ultimately purchase your product instead of the competitors. So, and then number two is building personal relationships with your affiliates, because you can ultimately go visit these creators if you're in the same area. Like, I visited a affiliate that I have, he's pretty good, and he's in the same city as me. So I just went, visited him, hung out, gave him some products, talked a little bit. And that's how you build that connection with your affiliate creators. Ultimately, they're going to trust you. So if you launch another product, they're going to want to promote it. And if you give them a good commission, a good bonus for everyone that they sell, then they'll keep ramping up your sales and keep scaling your product for you. And I personally message all my top affiliates and give them content ideas. Of course, send them a free product and make sure they feel supported as well. So we have a Discord community where we build that connection as well. And on the customer side, I make sure the buyers get the best customer service possible, fast shipping, great packaging, and quick support. So whether you're doing support by yourself or you have a VA that does it in the Philippines or something like that, it needs to be quick, and you need to make sure the customer is always on the main part of your brain, because they're your customers. They paid you money. So that's your main competitive edge against Chinese sellers. And then I'm going to be going into my biggest mistake. So my biggest mistake was not getting on Amazon. So as you can see, a couple 100 days on Amazon. And I just started Amazon 2 months ago. So if I had it when I was just starting out, it would have been way, way better than me launching it just 2 months ago. So that would probably be my biggest mistake, because once I finally got on Amazon, people from TikTok Shop will go to Amazon to purchase your product if they don't trust TikTok Shop or something like that. Amazon is much more of a trustworthy website, and I don't run any PPC, which is advertising for Amazon. I don't run any coupons, anything like that. It's the normal price, and just people buy it on Amazon, and I don't have to pay affiliates for those sales, right? So that's basically all profit in my pocket. And Amazon helps you reach a completely different audience as well, and it's more of a longer term game, because there's sales rankings and keyword searches that you can do on Amazon, but it's more of a down the road. It's more of a, if you get a few hundred sales on TikTok Shop, you want to launch on Amazon. So for my final tips and what I wish I knew, so make sure you're selling at that $40 or $50 price point. This is where TikTok Shop really works and really kicks in. And number two, build real relationships with your affiliates. This gives you the competitive edge against Chinese sellers. And number three is prioritize customer service, because it drives repeat customers, and you'll have a higher star rating than these other Chinese sellers that are selling at a lower price. So that's going to be another edge against these Chinese sellers. So you also have to post content consistently. Of course, you have to test different iterations. Honestly, I would just copy. There's a lot of organic dropshippers in the niche, so I would just try to look at what they're doing and copy it for TikTok Shop, and it'll probably convert. And then make sure you get on Amazon sooner than later, because if you get sales on TikTok Shop, people are going to be looking on Amazon for your product. And just make sure you guys start. So if you've been looking to get into TikTok Shop, make sure to do it before Q4 of this year. And yeah, that's basically it. This video helped you. Just let me know in the comments, and I'm going to be sharing more about TikTok Shop and stuff like that. And make sure you guys subscribe. If you have any video ideas, just let me know in the comments, and I'll let you guys know my Instagram handle, so you guys can message me on Instagram if you guys have any questions. This is it, joey.horton _ So if you guys have any questions, just message me there, and make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, and have a good day.